now let's get to oil. Saudis increase oil production capacity in the price war with Russia. So Saudis and Russia sat down at the table. Russia said, no, I want to increase my oil export. And Saudis said, well, no, Russia said they didn't want to increase. They wanted to keep the price where it was. And the Saudis said, all right, you want to stiff arm us? We're going to lower oil prices. What does that do to Russia? Russia goes, no, you don't do that to me. And what happens is now Russia is getting caught out there because nobody wants to buy from Russia because the oil price, they want to charge higher oil prices. And because the Saudis dropped the oil prices down, everybody's buying from the Saudis. They're buying from the U.S., but they're not buying from Russia. That's what it comes down to. So oil is getting beaten up. Who's that helping? The consumer, because gas prices will go down. All right? And Russia's going, no, this is Mother Russia. We don't want to do that. And now they got to come back to the table, sit and talk to the Saudis to try to hash this out. But the Saudis are so what happens is we got a lot of supply, not a whole lot of demand. And when that happens, oil prices fall. All right? And that's it in a nutshell. So now, with that story being out there, let's talk about oil stocks. I created a new watch list for you guys. All right? Created a new watch list called petroleum stocks. Now, what did I do? I went to our watch list for petroleum and I put all of the petroleum stocks in here from all of the different industries that were at least greater than $1 and that had an average volume of at least 100,000 shares. That's what I did. So real quick, if I go down to Industry Viewer, what I did is from the Industry Viewer, I wanted to show you what I did. From the Industry Viewer, I sorted the industry alphabetically. I sorted the industry alphabetically, scrolled down to petroleum. I went through all of the different petroleum industries. I put the stocks, all of the stocks from all of the petroleum industries into one watch list. I then went through that watch list. I took out all of the stocks that were less than $1, and I took out all of the stocks that had an average volume of less than 100,000 shares. And with that, I've now got my watch list of petroleum stocks, which ranks in the number of 80 stocks. I wanted to tell you how I did it because I wasn't going to sit here so that you can screenshot all 80 stocks. All right, that's what I did. If you're not a subscriber to the software, 99 cents will give you the ability to do what I just showed you I did. What do you see here? These are oil stocks. What do you see here? What are the recommendations? What are the recommendations? Every single one is a sell recommendation. Who's telling me that they want to get into oil right now? Now, I will tell you this. Because it is oil, how about overall on the 80 stocks? It's got good upside potential. It's got good upside potential. These stocks as a whole, for the most part, should outperform a AAA corporate bond over the next 1 to 3 years. What's hurting it? Relative timing. Look at that. These stocks are in a tremendous downtrend. Let's do this. From this watch list, let's look at the watch list average. This is oil looking at 80 stocks within the oil industry, folks. For anybody who's telling me it's okay to buy oil yet, no. Look at the earnings per share on oil. Lower than it was 1 year ago. Nothing is good about oil yet. So how can you plan for oil? One, let oil find a bottom. Once it does, watch it. How do you know when a stock finds a bottom? When it stops going down and it starts going up. What else am I looking for? A little bit more confirmation. Not only to bounce off the bottom, but I want to see the 3/8 or whatever moving averages I'm using start to move up. Once that happens, I'm okay with buying oil. For anybody who's playing oil now, it is a super speculative play, and I've got no bottom as of right now. Does everybody understand that? So I definitely want to pull this over. I want to see your comments on what I just said about oil. What do you think? What do you think? I am not ready to buy oil yet. Not yet. And if anybody disagrees with me, I'm curious to know why. All right. So as I do that, I got this up. I'm going to close this out because I'm going to show you I've got petroleum ETFs where I can play oil either to the upside or to the downside, depending on which ETF I'm looking at. How about DRIP, which is the inverse of oil? So when oil goes down, I can buy DRIP. DRIP is up 25% today. All right, what did FinPros? Oil will be 40 again in 3 months. You know me, Rich, I am not going to prognosticate. I will not predict. And, you know, I think that upside potential on that graph, on that whole list is good. So I think it does have upside potential, just not the right sign, right? It's not the right time to be in it. That's my overall goal right now. It's not the right time to be in oil. I don't think that it's going to stay this way, and it does have good upside potential by way of relative value. It's not the right time to get into oil. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Now, if you're new to the software or would like refresher information about the software, click on this Getting Started video right here. Thanks to all of your input, here's a YouTube video that we think would be perfect for you. Click right here. If nothing else, folks, just hit the subscribe button right here.